Hi, I'm John Gunzel, and welcome to the next lesson in the Stories to Success system. In this lesson, you're going to learn why knowing your purpose with certainty is key to laser focus, easy decision making, and eliminating the fear of missing out. In 1995, I was a blue-chip All-American in football, a 7-time state champion in the discus and shot put, and I was recruited by every major Division I college in the nation. I knew college was just a proving ground for me to finally strut my stuff, and I was going to be in the NFL in 1, maybe 2 years tops. Everything in my life was focused on the NFL. I worked out twice a day, every day. Football was my reason for everything. I ate to get bigger, I trained to get bigger, I slept a perfect 8 hours a night. I was a machine. I had set a goal to be an NFL player before I was 20, and I was well on my way. Or so I thought. You see, 1995 was my senior year of high school, and during our homecoming game, with the scouts from Stanford and Brown looking on, I put my head down on a tackle, and everything went black. I didn't know it at the time, but that was the instant my dream of playing in the NFL ended. According to the doctors, I was lucky to even be walking, and after seeing my injury, not a single team would even return my phone calls. It was over. I tell you this story to make a specific point. I had set a goal to be an NFL football player, but it was never my purpose. To understand this, let's look at the difference between the two. Now, a goal is a point we set that we expect to reach. A purpose is different. A purpose is a deep down driving force with a common thread that carries throughout our lives. A goal can be failed or it can be taken away. Our purpose can never be taken away. It's part of who we are. It's present in everything we do and everything we've done. Goals are easy to set and easily replaced. Our purpose is often harder to find. It requires some investigation to find it and some fine-tuning to really understand it. But once it's found, it becomes the most powerful force in everything we do. So you might be asking yourself, why do we even need to find our purpose if it's already part of who we are? Well, I can honestly look back at my football career and see my purpose was being formed at that moment. But I was so focused on my goal that I missed the real reason for my experience at the time. You see, now I know my purpose is coaching personal excellence through outdoor experiences. I'll share how I know that in the following lessons, but the takeaway right now was my football career was perfectly preparing me for that purpose. I just had no idea. The problem was I had set a goal of playing in the NFL without knowing my purpose. So when I broke my neck, I figured I had lost everything, and I spent the next 10 years chasing after opportunities and fighting depression. Had I known my purpose back then, I would have realized I was never supposed to be an NFL player, and I would have quickly pivoted to being a coach. It wasn't until 20 years later I saw that that was true. I tell all my clients, opportunities kill unless you have a structure to evaluate them. That structure is your purpose. You know, if someone came up to me today and told me they had an in the aerospace industry and I could make a ton of money if I got in on the ground floor, the first thing I would do would be to test it against my purpose. If it didn't match up with coaching personal excellence through outdoor experiences, I could never be happy or fulfilled working in that area. I can turn down that offer without any fear of missing out, or what we call FOMO. You see, FOMO comes from not knowing your purpose, plain and simple. The reason I say opportunities kill is they are great at pulling you off your purpose, and you spend months or even years trying to make that opportunity work, only to find out it doesn't really fit and it doesn't really make you happy. The next thing you know, years have passed by and you're still wondering what you should do next. But what if you could know what opportunities to take advantage of and which ones to let pass on by? You'd spend a lot more time working on your purpose and a lot more time feeling and being successful. What if all the effort you put in for the rest of your life was focused, persistent, and true to who you are and the gift you've been given? What could you accomplish? I bet it'd be pretty amazing. And it will be, because right now I'm going to give you your first purpose. This isn't your main purpose, but you can borrow it until the end of this module, okay? So your first purpose is to get a purpose. And that's exactly what we're going to cover in the next lesson. Your action steps for this lesson are: Number 1, spend some time thinking about some failed goals you've had in your life. Maybe even make a list of them. Number 2, ask yourself why you set that goal. Was it purpose-driven, or was it driven by the survival or need to achieve? Number 3, on a note card written in capital letters, you're going to write, "My first purpose is to get a purpose," and put it in the most prominent place in your bedroom, somewhere where you'll see it first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. In the next lesson, we'll cover the step-by-step system of how to systematically and scientifically discover your unique purpose. You're going to love it. Keep up the awesome effort, and we'll see you in the next lesson.